But it would sure be convenient if you just walk in without me having to do this. Well, good morning. Yeah, we had ourselves a little bit of a shoveler shootout just across the river early this morning. Need to get them out of the way, need to get the cooler out so we can get this four-wheeler unloaded. If you're gonna play hard early in the mornings, you gotta get your rear end home and work hard to catch up on chores. So that's what we're gonna do. Yep, feed bins are getting just a bit low, which we've already ordered some more. Today's Saturday. Sounded like talking to them. They'll probably be here Monday or maybe Tuesday. I hope no later than Tuesday. So if we can just make it through a couple more days without running out, we'll be in good shape. There's usually more feed in here than it seems like, because it kind of lodges up, doesn't flow out. Just incredible. Just gonna feed 3 buckets to these cows here at home, but we gotta take a good bit up the road to that other crew. Okay, everybody's accounted for. Just looking at I believe we're down to now just 5 left to calve. I've counted. Well, I know everybody's here, but number 7, number 65. We put eyes on both of those. Let's see if it looks like they're just about to calve any moment or anything. So yeah, there's 65. No, 7 is up here. She's always one of the first ones. But this horn cow here, number 221, she actually calved like 2 hours after we quit filming for the last video. Oh boy, she was alive. But we were able to get it done. Okay, come up here. I was gonna show you the newest baby, and I will as soon as I figure out exactly where she is. Where's number 7? Where's number 7? There she is. Like I said, she's always one of the first ones up. She's right here at the first bump. All right. Then there's the one calf that we still haven't gotten tagged. It belongs to that horned Hereford. But, okay, yeah. You can see her calf's over there nursing now. But, yeah, that would be her. Well, she's a 22 model, so this will be her second calf. Don't remember her being one that got terribly upset with us tagging a calf in the past. But, buddy, she was stirred up there on Wednesday evening. All right. Really need to get the horses up. Score some brownie points with my wife, but I may run on up the road and feed. Weather moving into the area, you can tell I got my hood up. It's just I mean, it's not terribly cold, but wind's blowing pretty good. Rain on the way. Actually rained on us while we were hunting this morning, and I'm not, and where we actually hunt is not that far west, you know, as the duck flies, but I guess far enough. It just hasn't made it here yet. I'm just trying to get all this done. We're not, especially with where those calves are on that farm. When it's once it gets muddy, it's a pain in the butt getting in and out of there. Mobile bin is officially empty, which we got all the feed we need for today. But tomorrow, Sunday, they're definitely not bringing feed tomorrow. I think my prediction is I'm gonna look in here and be like, oh yeah, there's plenty. It's just not flowing out real good. Oh yeah, there's plenty. There's actually more than enough. We're in pretty good shape. We'll be able to get through tomorrow and Monday, no problem. Which when I'm not running around duck hunting, be sure not to step all morning. I do prefer to do our feeding first thing. So it's nice that, because let's say they brought feed Monday afternoon and we were out, that would just mess up my normal feeding schedule for Monday. All right, come on dogs, you ready to load up? Hey, good moment to mention to y'all, hey, I know you're doing, holiday season is on us. I mean, we're in the holiday season. Doing some shopping, maybe even for yourself, for a loved one. Can't recommend enough, my friends at aggearstore.com. Wearing the Dillinger jacket. and at Higher Boots for your Christmas shopping. Neely! We keep it simple. Discount code for both companies is Hurricane. Get you 15% off at Ag Gear, 10% off at Higher. But like everybody, they are running some really good just sales right now that exceed that. I think, I don't know, you'd have to check. But site-wide sales, I know at Ag Gear. And if you're not gonna use my code, which that's fine because you got a better sale there, use my link. We'll put the little tab, whatever you can click here, or you can always find the link in the description of these videos. Helps us out. I just enjoy doing YouTube. I've gotten to that point. But we get just a little bit of added incentive. Makes it worthwhile. Hopefully, we upgrade equipment sometimes, get better cameras and microphones and whatnot. Makes content a little better. Neely, quit eating cow manure and come get in the truck. But yeah, two great companies run by awesome people, companies you'd want to support, and you're helping support me. Come on, Neely. Neely, get your butt in here. Come on. Yeah, yesterday morning, Neely and Sadie were running around out there like they always do. And I came up here, I was calling them to come under the fence, and Sadie couldn't quite get under, and she nearly got it from a cow. One of these real protective moms was right there. I don't even know that her calf was nearby, but she's just in that maternal protective mom mode. And as Sadie was struggling to try to get under the fence, yeah, she nearly got flogged by a cow. Get in here. Come on. Like we're just gonna take one roll of hay up the road. Mineral feeder. It's still in pretty good shape there. All right. It's clearly not all the calves. I've not counted them yet, but just maybe half of them. I don't know where they all are. They've been, I guess we moved them in here on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. They were all right here, ready to be fed. Oh, another update. Yeah, the heifer that we talked about in the last video, we could not find. Two things I did on Wednesday after I put the camera away. We found that cow that was calving there at home, got that calf tagged. And before that, we came back down here with the Jeep, rode around, found that heifer. She was actually in a bad situation, had gotten herself down. I thought she was dead, but she wasn't. And she hadn't been there since the morning because I'd gone right past there. We got her back on her feet. She walked up, and then I guess, yeah, it was Wednesday. Yeah, then Thanksgiving Day, Thursday, we came down here and did get her moved into this pasture. Now, I did not see her yesterday, Friday, and of course hadn't seen her yet today. It looks like we're gonna have to do some riding around anyway just to find the rest of our calves in general. Annoying. Well, there comes a straggler over there as the raindrops start to fall. That yellow calf over there, I don't know if there's a bunch more off down the hill, hopefully so. We'll ride around and see. Come on dogs, let's load up. Well, it looks like this is gonna be the bulk of them. We're looking for 33 more. You can see we got 3 that have found a bad spot on the cross fence, but you can see a tree down right there, and there's another tree down up here. So, no, this isn't gonna be all of them. We'll see if I can open that gate and get those 3 mischievous ones back in here, because I don't want them in that pasture yet. Now the challenge, just like when we were moving pastures the other day, while I'm going over here to open this gate to let these back this way, I've got the rest of these geniuses. It works a little better if I put the truck in park. One task at a time. The challenges of talking to a camera while you're trying to work. All right, calves, I'm opening this gate. Y'all don't go running off like morons. I'm opening this gate, and y'all come this way. That gate is latched back really oddly. I would not have done it that way. Makes me wonder who's come through my gate. Which we may have done a family trail ride down here, and maybe one of the kids latched it back. That or, yeah, the suspicious part of me says, have I had somebody walking around over here that wasn't supposed to be back here? Maybe deer hunting? Hope not. I feel like you may not have quite as much of an issue with that nowadays, because with the technology of cell cameras, if you're going to trespass on somebody, you better be real slick and keep an eye out for that type of surveillance, or you're going to get busted very quickly. And it's a cell camera, so they're going to know right away that, yeah, somebody's trespassing on them. So I don't know. Maybe I'm just being too suspicious. Good grief, it's washing out bad back here. Don't want to come flying through here with a pickup and find one of those holes. Come on, you three. They should come this way once I drive off. They want to follow the truck, generally speaking. And now the rain's really probably about to set in. I'd like to get back up. I'd like to get horses in the barn. Wife and kids are on their way back into town from going to see her side of the family. And boy, that'll be good brownie points for me if before the rain gets here. I've got show mares in the barn, and where they're tucked in nice and comfortable. I'm gonna get down to about 30 tonight. Gonna rain all evening, so it's gonna be pretty miserable. Is maybe too strong of a word, but yeah, not a great outdoor afternoon. Come on, you three. They're gonna do it. So now I need to get a head count. Good job. Come on in here, show mares. Come on. Y'all come on in here. Get in your stall. Even though it's coming a pretty good rain now, Pie still is going to do her typical and not want to cooperate and come in. You're getting a lot easier to catch though, at least. But it would sure be convenient if you just walk in without me having to do this. Go on in your stall. Well, she's being somewhat cooperative, which in her defense, we do swap around which stall she stays in. So she may not be fully aware that I wanted her to go in that one right there. All right. So I need to fill up water bucket, give them some hay. And y'all, don't feel too bad for those three. They can get down there. Well, there's about 3 or 4 different spots. Well, there's at least 3 different spots they can get under a roof and out of the weather. But we're gonna get everybody tucked in. All right, another good morning to y'all. I think we made it through the worst spot. It rained most of yesterday afternoon, and I mean, even last night it was just a fine mist that just kept falling. So pretty damp. Not sure how much it rained because 32 right now. We did get below freezing last night. Didn't want to leave my rain gauges where they could potentially freeze and bust. But yeah, we'll see if I guess we're picking up today right where we left off yesterday as far as our filming. Right down here with these boys. And let's see if we can get a good head count on every one. I think we came up 2 shy yesterday, but it was starting to rain. It was nasty. I wasn't gonna worry about it too terribly much. A little bit of an uphill there. Okay, yeah. Put that back in, getting a little squirrely, getting into the gate. All right. You know, these animals, so they've only been in this pasture less than a week, but they know where the bunks are. And they know that that's where the feed's gonna be. Yet, they always come running to the truck, which is good. I mean, that, you know, we've got them this well trained. If I needed to move them, you know, they'll follow me. But sometimes I definitely, I mean, I won't say sometimes, I question their intelligence pretty much on a daily basis, because, like, guys. And look, we got 1 or 2 that stayed up there by the bunks. They're the smart ones. It's like, why run all the way down here to the gate to greet me? I mean, I guess they're just that excited about feed or driving. Why not just hang out and wait right here, and you know, you don't waste that energy, and you're already got your spot right at the bunk. But whatever. That's why we get to eat them and they don't get to eat us. We are higher on the chain of, I guess, brains and cognitive function. Now the problem is too, because we moved them in here, we hadn't any cattle in here, and so the ground had been nice and firm. That's gonna all be coming to a crashing end when I'm feeding it. These tubs hold about 100 pounds of feed. It's a pain in the butt, but I'm still gonna pull it right up in here today. It'll really be a pain in the butt whenever we move them up to the front and then we're feeding in the actual catch pen. And we don't have to do that, but I do like to leave the bunks in there because, come on dogs, you know, that way that they're going in the catch pen every day. That way, when we're ready to sell them, need to treat a sick one, whatever. Need to haul 3 or 4 of them to the house that are gonna be on feed, which that'll be happening here very soon. Yeah, we just shut the gate, sort them, and do whatever we need to do. All right, I've rambled enough. Let's put out some feed and hopefully get a full head count of everybody this morning. Okay, we're 2 short again. Which one of them that I'm short I know is gonna be that heifer that I'm, you know, had to kind of rescue again, which, there's a goofy heifer. I certainly don't want to give up on her, but I know, you know, the odds that she doesn't end up, you know, dying out here are pretty slim. I mean, she gets herself down. I mean, she did good for about a month, and then she did it again. It's just been a little bit of a stroke of luck that both times she's done it, I found her. But eventually she can get herself down. Now, of course, my plan and what my dad, my brother, and I all discussed what I should do, need to get her back to the house where I can, you know, I'm not just checking her once a day. You know, I got eyes on her multiple times a day. But, you know, it's just getting her to the other end of the farm to do that, and then having the time to do it, and it's just, yeah. So, and then even still, I don't know what I'm gonna do with her. Can't sell her in the condition she's in. You know, if she was a little bigger and just a little more sure on her feet, if she got just a little better, say, okay, we'll just feed her out. We'll just have to watch her real close, be sure none of the others. Maybe even feed her completely separately, house her separately so that you don't have other ones bumping her and potentially knocking her down. But she's really not big enough or in good enough shape for me to want her pinned up in the barn like that just yet. So, you know, on one hand, you're like, man, maybe I'll just put her down, put her out of her misery. But I don't know. You know, the other side of me is like, I just don't want anything bad to happen to her. It's not all about just, is she ever going to be worth anything monetarily to us? But walk around, see if we can find them. We have a full day. I need to get back to the vet clinic, run by there this morning, get home, cook some breakfast, church. Then we got our big family Thanksgiving this afternoon. And I think on our way back from eating Thanksgiving, we're going to stop and get a Christmas tree. So then I have to go back to the vet office at some point. So yeah, I guess what I'm getting at is probably going to just about wrap this one up. Well, we're going to be eating probably pretty traditional Thanksgiving today. I don't even know that we'll eat supper because we're eating kind of a late lunch after church. But you know what we want y'all to do. We want y'all to do the same. Y'all eat beef, God bless. If I can find these other 2 calves, you'll just have a little bit of bonus footage here at the end. All right, here's your bonus footage. This is good news. This is our injured, kind of abnormal heifer. Neatly leave her alone. I don't think I've ever actually, since something happened to her, had her on film for you guys. So kind of let you see what we're talking about. She's obviously up on her feet. Hi, baby. And she's walking, and of course, if you didn't know any better, you'd think, well, she is just fine. And actually, you can see she's kind of hunched up just a little bit there in her back end. And well, she's thin. She's not near as good a flesh as these other calves, which she's also not coming up there and getting any feed. She's just grazing. She's just not quite right. I'll take this opportunity to see if I can walk her up the hill. Yeah, maybe walk her all the way up to the catch pen because I plan on hauling some of those fat or steers that are going to be fat steers home here in a few days. But I'm gonna quit boring y'all with my rambling. Yeah, she may be moving better than I've seen her move in the last month. Maybe it's wishful thinking too. So, all right, y'all have a good one. Here now, she navigates this ditch. You can see, yeah, she's not real steady on her feet. So I'm gonna retract that statement about her looking a lot better. She looks about the same.